A very good morning to everyone out there. My name is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, and this is the morning market preparation video for September 13th, 2017. Hey everyone, my goodness, we've had a strong move here in the market. Those bulls have just been pushing. And yesterday, we did take a tiny little rest, but after a gap up move. So we've got this gap up move here today, or yesterday, little spinning top doji. It's really kind of suggesting that we need to take a little bit of break. All, the diamonds, the Qs, the SPY all made record high closes yesterday. So it wouldn't be out of the question for at least just a little bit of rest. Now, futures currently at the moment are suggesting just an ever so slight pullback. They were lower earlier this morning, but you know, as typical here lately, all we get in the morning is a pre-market pump. And we've been getting that little bit of pump up here as the morning goes along from overnight lows. I suspect there's a really good chance of a rest or a slight pullback today. We're just a little bit overstretched. I don't want to say that we're going to fall because I don't think there's anything here that would suggest that yet. Just that we moved a long ways in a real quick period of time and we need a little bit of a rest. And it's nothing more than just allowing a little bit of time for the moving averages maybe to catch up to provide a little bit of price support in this price action. Nothing that I would say is bearish here. So just a little bit of rest would be appropriate. And honestly, I think that would be healthy for the market. If we take a look at the SPY, SPY still nice and strong. Closed almost at its high yesterday. Moving up, just doesn't want to show any kind of weakness at all. But we are showing a gap down this morning here in the SPY. The diamonds, you know, they're pumping up the diamonds, but notice that the SPY is looking at a little bit of a gap down here this morning, suggesting maybe just a little rest could come into play. Again, it would just be healthy for a little bit of a rest or a little bit of a sideways move to allow time for those moving averages to come on up here and provide a little price support. Let's take a look at the Qs. The Qs strong yesterday, but didn't really make as nearly as an impressive a showing as the other two markets did yesterday. At one point, they were dipping lower. Came up here, managed to eke out a new record high on the Qs. Again, let's notice that the Qs are expecting a little bit of a gap down this morning. Nothing major, nothing bearish here. The Qs actually, the overall pattern here in the Qs is one of the better ones because we held the 50-day moving average throughout all of this. We held the trend throughout all this turmoil that we've been in, and we even made a new high here. So this pullback here, very normal pullback to support. So we've got a strong chart here in the Qs, just maybe needing a little bit of a break. The bulls might be just a little bit tired. Let's take a look at IWM. Now this is the weakest link in the bunch. And yesterday it did a really nice job. It followed through after its breakout above the 50. We have this resistance area right here that we have to be concerned of. And again, we're showing a little bit of just a slight gap down here this morning on IWM. It would be interesting to see if the IWM is actually going to start carrying its own weight, and meaning it really hasn't gone anywhere this entire year. Perhaps what we're seeing here is that first opportunity that it could do that. Now that it's broken through here, I can tell you what I want to see. I want to see this actually move up through this level and then prove it can hold it. Prove it can stay up there, either consolidate it, pull back, test it as support. Prove that it can hold it. Because if we look through here, we've had lots of tests up here. We even broke through, but we have not been able to hold this level yet this year. So if we could move through that level, hold it, show some bullishness, then we might have some more upside potential here. Now, one thing that I think is a real poison pill running around out there, and that is that goofball over in North Korea. Yesterday there were new sanctions passed against North Korea, and already he's come out with threats and defiance of that. And all it's really going to take is him firing off another missile, or him testing another nuke or something like that. And that's going to make it really difficult for those bulls to hold this new high. So as bullish as I am the market, there's this reason to have extra caution in this market. There's make sure that you're maintaining your positions, that you're watching them closely, because we could wake up one morning and see a major gap down just because of that guy over there messing around. And it's completely out of our control. The market doesn't like uncertainty like that. So always have that in the back of your mind as you're planning your trades. Make sure you're preparing yourself for that kind of a thing. And that right now looks to be about the only thing that could really cause us damage here. At least in a real quick fashion. I mean, just one of those really quick moves. Because right now the bulls are firmly in control. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX is back down here in what I call the danger zone. This is that area where we see extreme complacency. Everybody believing that the market cannot go down. Just buy with both hands. It was very much like this in late 2007, clear down here, before we had the major problem that we had. We had all that complacency coming in. Now, I'm not suggesting that's going to happen here. In no way, shape, or form am I suggesting that's going to happen here. We just have to be prepared for these ugly fear spikes that continue to happen. And notice that they're happening at pretty rapid succession here. So, another fear spike could occur at any time. So you need to have a plan and be prepared for that. And this is a challenging market, particularly for new traders, inexperienced traders. This is a challenging market to be in because we're so whippy on the indexes. Now, that doesn't discount the fact that there are great looking charts out there, and there are some fantastic looking charts out there that you want to pay attention to. One that I pointed out this week and broke out yesterday was VMware. Beautiful chart. I mean, wow, all kinds of, that is just gorgeous. There are great charts to be had, okay? Beautiful breakout here on Tractor Supply. Just excellent trend. Everything looking good. So there's great charts to be had, but make sure you have a plan to cut those off if the market does take a real quick tumble. Don't just be blindly bullish, okay, as we go forward. Now, we got a couple things in the economic news that could help us today, actually. Could be a positive thing. We've got PPI this morning, and PPI has been one of the weakest economic indicators that we've had here for a while. But as a result of Hurricane Harvey, Irma's not been factored into this number yet, but as a result of Hurricane Harvey, forecasters are now suggesting we're going to get, instead of a 1% decline last reading, they're expecting a 3% increase as a result of that. So market may like that this morning, and this is a market moving event. The next one comes at 10:30, and that's that petroleum status report. Now, they don't forecast that number, but I think everyone is probably anticipating that Hurricane Harvey affected supplies. And so I think for the most part, when you look at oil and oil stocks, take a look at USO. Whoops. USO, we're starting to see a little bit of confidence here, just a little tiny bit of rally. OIH, oil holders, we're starting to see that little bit of a rally come up out of here, the first higher low that we've had in a while, and follow through strength. And those are giving us indications that there may be maybe just a pre-warning that everyone thinks the hurricanes are going to positively affect oil prices. So keep an eye on that number today. At 2 o'clock p.m. in Eastern Time, we have the Treasury budget, and it's not expected to move the market, but they're expecting about $115 billion in deficit spending over the last month. On the earnings calendar, we have over 30 companies reporting today. Looking through that list, I didn't see anything that would be particularly, market moving. But you always want to make sure that you're paying attention to that you're watching your portfolio. Anything that's coming up with earnings should be something that you're checking on that report so that you don't get caught in a bad earnings report. So folks, this is something I do every single day, and if this is the first time you've seen this, if you find this helpful, it's what I do to prepare for the market, and prepare for my market day, and I just happen to share it with everyone. If you think this might be helpful to you, do me a favor. Click that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow me button there on Facebook. And also, please feel free to drop me a comment, and I would really appreciate you clicking that thumbs up button if you think the video is appropriate for that. I would appreciate it. Everyone have an awesome day. I want to wish you all great profits, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care now.